Welcome back, everybody. So the big question is, why has Putin retreated to a bunker? And why are they talking about doing a nuclear test near the Ukrainian border? And if you've heard of the big mega weapon that the big R country has called the Poseidon, why are they talking about testing that? And Putin already said that he's not bluffing. So why is everybody posturing right now? And did you know that the US is buying $290 million worth of anti-radiation drugs? What you should know coming right up. Welcome back to all of our amazing subs. If you're brand new here, we give you news updates that we think affect you. And we also do emergency preparedness tips, prepping how-tos weekly. So if that's your thing, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. That's right, a ton going on with this whole nuclear thing. It's a little bit sketchy to talk about. So I'm gonna go over all these hot topics briefly. That way you guys know the gist of what the buzz is right now. Let's start off with why the US is buying up $290 million worth of anti-radiation drugs. Kind of bizarre with all of the buzz, all of the nuclear talk right now. Why are they buying that much? Right here you can see there's headlines talking about that. The thing about this is $290 million worth isn't going to cover us all. Honestly, that is probably enough to take care of all of the government officials, all the high-ups, and their families. So some of you are probably wondering, is something about to pop off? I don't know. This is just what they're reporting right now. Yes, it seems a little bit odd that they're all of a sudden buying up all of these anti-radiation drugs. At the same time, we're hearing nuclear threats. The question is, should you be worried? I don't know. That's for you to determine. What I recommend is always being ready. So I've got this video right here I can put up at the end screen, also down in the description below. It gives you the gist of a nuclear attack, what you should have on hand in case you want to be prepared for something like that. I don't know if something's going to happen. I just know that things continually get worse. So that's the buzz on that one. The other big thing is, why is Putin in his bunker? So the reports are saying that he has retracted, he has went underground to his bunker, and he has sent his family and other high-ups into the bunker. Now, I don't know if you know about this bunker in the Siberia area, but it is huge. I heard it's the size of a city, and it's so deep into a mountain that it seems like it'd be pretty safe from any kind of world catastrophe. Even Canadian Prepper put out a video late last night on this, and he thinks that it's happening. He even said that he pulled out his stocks, like he thinks that there's gonna be major financial crisis. And I've also seen a couple other reports from Prepper channels that also think that it's getting really hot. Like I said, when you've got the guy that says he's not bluffing and there's nuclear threats hiding out in his bunker with his family, you would think things are heating up. End of the video, I'll show you what this bunker looks like and maybe even what it looks like inside. On top of that, we've got reports of NATO troops heading towards the battlefield. We're talking about 9,000 troops, along with the huge brand new aircraft carrier USS Gerald R. Ford. NATO troops. What does that mean? So if Big Vlad P used tactical nukes in Ukraine area, it is believed that NATO troops will intervene. And you know what, guys? Once that happens, it's all downhill. Things will get bad fast. Let me know what your guys' projection of this is. What do you think is going to happen? Put it in the comments below. Really curious to see the variety of reactions and projections on what you think will happen. My personal opinion is I think that accidents could happen. I think the wrong guy could assume the wrong thing and it could just start a whole big mess. It's that or NATO jumps into this thing and it starts a much bigger deal. But time will tell. All we know is things are amping up and it's getting worse. I also mentioned the big R country was planning on doing nuclear tests near Ukraine. Check out this news clip on that.
Russia sending fresh signals to the West after annexing 4 Ukrainian territories. Moscow seems to be mounting another escalation, a nuclear escalation. Some disturbing reports have emerged. A convoy is on the move. It is believed to be carrying equipment from Russia's nuclear program. Where is this convoy headed? Apparently to the front lines in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin has issued a warning to the West. He had said his nuclear threats should not be considered a bluff. Remember that. Is Putin now acting on his threats What does this mean for the war in Ukraine?
So now in other videos, I've been showing you big Russian convoys, military equipment on the move like crazy, but there's something special about this one.
Now let's take a closer look at those pictures. What do you see? There are some military assets. They are mounted on a train and they are on the move. What exactly is on this train? Some reports have emerged. There is a reason to be worried. Apparently, this train is linked to the Russian Ministry of Defense. More specifically, the 12th Main Directorate. What does it do? According to a report, the 12th Main Directorate is a secret nuclear division. It is responsible for nuclear munitions, for one, their storage, maintenance, transport, and issuance to military units. So, were nuclear weapons being moved on that train? That's the question. We cannot say for sure at this point. Some experts are skeptical. They say these could just be armored vehicles and nothing more. But we need to focus on this fact that no expert is denying this fact. Russia's greatest leverage in this war is its nuclear arsenal. We've spoken about this before, and Moscow plans to use it to its advantage.
So that's what it's looking like. Let's get a little bit more information on this nuclear test.
The NATO has issued a warning to its members. It claims Vladimir Putin has ordered a nuclear test. It could be conducted on Ukraine's borders. This assessment was part of a NATO intelligence report. It had some very specific details. Allegedly, Russia is now considering testing the Poseidon. It has been nicknamed the weapon of the apocalypse.
The Poseidon, that is known to be like the mega nuclear weapon out there. Nuclear Armageddon weapon that's known to be superior to just about everything out there. Now there's always weapons that we don't know exist. But this one, we know it exists, but we don't know everything about it, but we know a little bit.
Well, much of its capabilities still remain a secret. Russia hasn't shared much about the Poseidon, but what we do know is this. The missile is about 20 meters long. It is a torpedo, which means it is fired from a submarine. The missile is said to have a range of at least 10,000 kilometers. So it is essentially a long-range weapon.
To top that off, you got big R country, nuclear subs on the loose.
A Russian submarine is on the move. The K-529 Belgorod. It is capable of firing nuclear missiles. NATO hasn't said anything yet about these reports publicly, but last week it had warned the Russian president.
There's been reports of Russian nuclear subs vanishing. No one knows where it went. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of things happening on the front with this. What does NATO say?
President Putin's nuclear rhetoric is dangerous. It is reckless. Russia must understand that the nuclear war can never be won and must never be fought, and it will have severe consequences for Russia.
So you got NATO putting in their 2 cents. What does US say?
The White House has issued its own assessment. It said the world would not take the threats from Putin lightly.
Well, what's interesting is that at various points over the course of this conflict, including right at the outset, Putin has brandished the nuclear card. He's doing it again. So the risk has been there from the start. It's there today.
And many people say there's actually no proof on any of this stuff. It's just theory. But why is everyone posturing then? Or is it just posturing? Could this all be a big sham? A bigger picture at play? Most people can agree that there's major threats. And all of these threats should be taken seriously. Because like I said, reports are saying the guy that's making the big threats is in his bunker, which sounds sketchy to me. Is he sitting in his bunker on the edge of his seat just waiting for something to pop off so that he can hit the trigger? Is he trigger happy? Does he have health concerns? A lot of people have said he's had health concerns. Is he at the end of his rope and he just doesn't care? And a big question to me, will NATO put their nose where it does not belong and start a world crisis that has no winners? It's all theories, ideas, and reports. You guys need to put it together and make the decisions for yourself on how you want to prepare. As for the Siberian bunker, it is huge. It is in a mountain, in the middle of a mountain. And if you ask AI what the bunker looks like inside, this is what comes up. A lavish underground city that probably has everything you need to survive a long time. This is the type of country that puts their efforts year after year into being ready for war. So they're probably sitting better than a lot of people. I don't recommend worrying or panicking. You can only do so much. Just continue with your prepping plan. Keep emergency preparedness at the top of your mind. Do what you can. Live life to the best of your ability. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.